You're not poor because you're weak. You're poor because you believed in a script written in advance, and your role as the loser. School trains you to be an employee, banks train you to save, society trains you to consume. But no one trains you to control money. While you struggle for every dollar, the system multiplies wealth from your labor. This video isn't for those seeking comfort, it's for those ready to question every truth about money. This isn't just a lesson, it's the ignition of a silent financial uprising. Now begins the journey to transform your financial mindset, where money isn't just kept, but truly brought to life. You're not poor because you lack effort. You're poor because you were programmed wrong. Since childhood, you've been spoon-fed the formula, study hard, work hard, save money, as if it's a universal truth. But it's a sweet lie, designed by the system to keep you safe in poverty. That formula only produces obedient servants, not creators of wealth. And the scariest part? You've never even questioned it. You didn't lose by chance. You lost because the rulebook handed to you was never meant to make you win. The system didn't fail. It worked exactly as intended, to keep you small. The entire system, education, media, and culture, is designed to trap you in a cycle. Work, spend, save, owe. You were never taught how money operates. You were taught how to obey and be grateful for a job. They say you're free, but you're imprisoned in a financial maze with no exit. You're not being shown how to become wealthy. You're being trained not to even think about it. The longer you follow their blueprint, the more you become a cog in a machine you'll never own. You're not living. You're operating on someone else's agenda. The wealthy don't follow that formula. They follow a different set of laws, ones you've never been allowed to access. They don't work for money. They make money work for them. But you've been taught that saving is a virtue, debt is evil, and investing is gambling. While they use debt to grow their assets, you're paralyzed by outdated financial morality. It's time to tear off the veil of deception. If you want to change your destiny, you must first challenge the lies that have kept you loyal to a rigged game. Escape begins with unlearning. People love to believe that governments control the economy, but the truth is, they're just supporting actors in a global financial drama. Fiscal policies and trade deals are only the visible surface. Behind the curtain lies a vast network of financial institutions, central banks, and multinational corporations. Those who dictate money flow, interest rates, and monetary systems. In this game, governments aren't the real decision makers. They're regulators playing within boundaries drawn by others. The economy isn't governed from the podium. It's steered from back rooms filled with those who never appear on the evening news, but control your future anyway. The global economy is a tangled web, where one player's decision triggers ripple effects across continents. A single interest rate shift in one nation can destabilize economies elsewhere. The public only sees surface-level movements and assumes power lies with elected officials. But real power rests with those who manipulate capital flows, those who never campaign, never answer questions, but shape markets nonetheless. The ones in charge don't wear suits in parliament. They wear silence and control behind financial firewalls. They don't need visibility. They already have influence. You're watching the actors, you're not seeing the scriptwriters. That's the real danger. And you, the everyday consumer, are not outside this game. Every spending choice, investment move, or product you support shifts the global economic landscape. But if you're unaware of your role, you'll remain a pawn, not a player. You're not invisible. You're impactful. But if you don't ask questions, don't act consciously, you'll be swept along by forces you didn't even know existed. You must realize your power, or surrender it by default. The economy doesn't just happen to you. You participate in it. But if you don't wake up, you'll be owned by a system you never even realized you served. Money holds no real value. It's not gold, it's not land, it's not resources. It's a collective illusion, sustained by public belief. We treat a number on a screen as wealth because someone told us to. But real power doesn't belong to those who hold money. It belongs to those who shape belief in it. Whoever controls that trust controls society. Money is the religion of the 21st century. Faithless, yet all-powerful. You're not living in a system of value. You're trapped in a narrative built on perception, and those who control perception rule your life without needing your permission. When you deposit your money in a bank, You're handing full control to an entity that plays with it. You think the money sits there safely. In truth, it's being lent, invested, and profited from by others. You get a microscopic interest rate. They get exponential gains. Who's really in charge? Not you. Banks don't safeguard your money. They build empires from your obedience. You think you're saving, you're funding their fortune. You're not being protected. You're being used. And worse, you're being thanked for it, while they silently multiply their wealth off the back of your submission. You're locked in a financial illusion, thinking you have money, thinking you're safe, thinking the system works for you. But in truth, you are the fuel that keeps it running. In this world, money is a tool, but only if you command it. If not, it commands you. And in this game, there is no fairness. Just rules hidden in fine print and outcomes tilted toward the informed. If you don't seize control, someone else will. Not knowing the truth doesn't protect you. It condemns you to be consumed by the very thing you thought was protecting you. You were taught how to write a resume, follow orders, and respect authority. But were you ever taught how to build assets, manage risk, or make money multiply? The answer is no, because traditional education isn't designed to create wealth builders. It's built to produce obedient labor. They don't teach you financial independence. They teach you how to serve a paycheck. The system doesn't equip you to rise. It trains you to function within limits. You weren't educated, you were programmed. And if you think school will prepare you for financial freedom, you've already lost before the game begins. If you believe a degree guarantees financial freedom, you're heading down the wrong road. School teaches you to work for money, not make money work for you. The most vital skills, financial strategy, investing, passive income, are deliberately excluded from the curriculum. That's not an oversight, it's by design. Because if everyone understood money's real rules, who would be left to serve the machine? Education trains compliance, not wealth. You're not being protected by the system. You're being positioned. The game isn't about fairness, it's about power. And school is the first step in ensuring you never challenge who holds it. The only way out is to re-educate yourself. Self-education is the true liberation. Read financial books. Learn from those who command cash flow. Immerse yourself in ecosystems where wealth building is common sense, not taboo. Don't expect school to teach you how to win. That's your job. If you don't take control of your learning, the system will control your earnings. You'll remain a pawn on someone else's board, grateful to be allowed to play, never realizing you could build a board of your own. The revolution starts with what you choose to know. Freedom follows those who teach themselves. You've been told that saving money in a bank is the safest way to protect your assets. But what you don't realize is that while you sleep, the bank uses your money to lend, invest, and multiply it many times over. You get a few scraps in interest, they get massive profits. Who's really winning? Not you. Banks don't work for you. They get rich from your financial obedience. You think you're saving money, you're actually funding someone else's empire. You're not being protected, you're being harvested. And they've convinced you to be thankful while they exploit your trust. Instead of locking your money away in fear, learn to make it work for you. Money isn't meant to sit still. It's meant to move, to create, to generate more. Invest it, whether in stocks, real estate, a business, or passive income channels. Even with small capital, you can begin. Don't wait until you have more money to invest. Wealth doesn't wait for comfort. Action breeds abundance. People don't get rich by storing money. They get rich by deploying it strategically. If you treat money like a prisoner, it will never serve you. But if you use it as a soldier, it fights. Hoarding is the strategy of the fearful. Commanding is the mindset of the wealthy. Don't glorify saving, it gets eaten by inflation. Don't dismiss investing, it's your only shot at real growth. If you want financial freedom, you must demand that money serves your goals. Don't just protect it, govern it. Manage it like a tactical weapon. Make it serve your mission, not your insecurities. Every dollar should have a job, and that job isn't sitting still. The difference between rich and poor isn't income. It's who's giving the orders. Either you use money or money uses you. Choose now. Most poor people fear debt like fire. They've been taught debt is a burden to avoid at all costs. But the truth? The wealthy use debt to build wealth. While you're drowning in consumer loans, they're using leverage to expand real estate, launch businesses, and invest at scale. Debt isn't dangerous. Ignorance about how to use it is. The problem isn't in borrowing. The problem is in blindly fearing it. Those who win don't avoid debt. They master it, and in doing so, they move faster, grow bigger, and control more, while the rest remain shackled by outdated fear. The wealthy never use their own money to get richer. They use other people's money, bank loans, investor capital, and credit systems to amplify their asset base. While average people ask, "Can I afford this?" the rich ask, "How much can I borrow to profit from it?" That's the mindset shift. They borrow to earn, not to consume. And more importantly, they know how to exploit legal frameworks, including tax codes, to turn debt into fuel for growth. They understand that using leverage is not reckless, it's strategic. The poor run from debt. The rich run on it, like jet fuel for their financial ascent. Fearing debt is a poor man's mindset. Controlling and leveraging it is the rich man's discipline. Learn to distinguish between consumer debt and investment debt. A debt that generates future income is a disguised asset. If you can't see that, you'll always run from the very tool the wealthy use to dominate. Don't follow mainstream financial sermons. Follow the blueprint of winners. They don't fear debt, they bend it to their will. And while you shrink back, they scale forward. The ones who rise are not the debt-free. They're the ones who turn borrowed money into generational power. The poor panic when facing financial problems. The rich strategize. The difference isn't income, it's reaction. The poor get overwhelmed by their problems. The rich dissect and break them down, finding opportunities hidden in the obstacles. They understand that problems aren't the enemy, they're the test. The test to see who can stay calm under pressure and create solutions. Wealth doesn't come from avoiding challenges, it comes from the courage to confront them. If you're constantly reacting to life's curveballs, you're gonna stay stuck. If you plan ahead, you'll rise above. The rich are problem solvers, the poor are problem avoiders. Financial problem solving isn't about crunching numbers. It's about taking action with a disciplined, proactive mindset. The wealthy don't panic at setbacks. They stay calm, analyze, and attack. They don't wait for problems to knock them down. They anticipate them. They prepare, plan, and execute. They understand that every obstacle has a solution if you look hard enough. The poor, however, see problems as walls. The rich see them as puzzles. It's all about perspective. Financial freedom isn't about getting lucky. It's about building a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities to win. The rich approach problems with a proactive mindset, seeking knowledge from experts, researching extensively, and anticipating issues before they arise. They know every problem has a solution, and they're committed to finding it. The poor wait, the rich move. The wealthy are constantly working to stay ahead, while the poor are constantly reacting. When faced with financial hurdles, the rich don't run. They break them down into manageable parts, tackle each piece systematically, and stay focused. They stay solution-oriented, not problem-focused. And that's how they turn every financial challenge into another victory. You can lose money, but if you lose your financial reputation, you lose everything. In the world of investing in credit, reputation is currency. It's what allows others to trust your financial dealings and opens doors to opportunities. A solid reputation means people are willing to do business with you, invest in your ventures, or extend credit. It's like having a golden recommendation that speaks volumes about your character and competence. Without a strong financial reputation, you're invisible. With one, you're powerful. Trust in finance isn't just earned, it's the foundation of everything you build. Banks don't care how nice you are. They care about your credit history. Partners don't care how well you can present yourself. They care about your proven ability to follow through. Your financial reputation serves as a reference point. When you have a reputation for being responsible, trustworthy, and financially savvy, people are more likely to work with you. It's your ticket to higher credit limits, better loan terms, and opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. The poor overlook this fact, while the rich use their financial reputation as a springboard to bigger things. How do you build and maintain a strong financial reputation? It starts with small, daily actions. Pay your bills on time, manage your debt responsibly, Keep your credit utilization low. These behaviors demonstrate discipline and responsibility. Your financial reputation grows from these practices, helping you secure better terms and opportunities. Keep an eye on your credit score. Don't take it for granted. Cultivate relationships with reputable financial professionals. Surround yourself with experts who can guide you and offer valuable advice. Financial reputation isn't just about what you earn, it's about how you manage what you have. The average person makes financial decisions based on emotions. The wealthy make decisions based on calculation. They don't spend because they feel deserving. They spend if they see it as a profit-making opportunity. Every financial action you take has a price. You either pay in money or in opportunity. When you buy luxury today, you're sacrificing the potential for an investment tomorrow. The wealthy don't indulge in instant gratification. They delay it for long-term gains. The difference isn't income, it's the conscious calculation of value. If you choose to spend now, make sure the price is worth it. The rich sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term payoff. They understand that every choice carries a consequence. While most people are drawn to the shiny objects of immediate rewards, they focus on strategic investments. They know that their wealth comes from making thoughtful, disciplined choices over time. Every decision, big or small, has a ripple effect. The rich make decisions based on future returns, while the average person makes decisions based on present desires. The wealth-building mindset is built on delayed gratification, investing in opportunities, and making every choice with a long-term vision. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Every financial decision, big or small, is a trade-off. You invest or you consume. You build or you destroy. You move closer to freedom or you slip back into servitude. Wealth doesn't appear from one grand decision. It emerges from thousands of small, deliberate choices. The winners are those who recognize that every choice carries a price. They act accordingly. They prioritize future gains over fleeting satisfaction. They don't get distracted by the latest trends. They focus on decisions that build wealth, not just momentary pleasure. The wealthy don't make decisions driven by emotions. They make calculated choices based on long-term gain. For the average person, decisions are often impulsive, driven by immediate gratification. But every choice carries a price. You can either pay in cash or you pay in lost opportunities. When you indulge in luxury today, you're sacrificing investment tomorrow. The wealthy delay their desires. They focus on wealth-building decisions that pay off in the future, not the present. It's not about how much you earn, it's about the choices you make. Your financial fate is determined by your decisions, not your paycheck. The rich understand that the value of a decision is not in its immediate reward, but in its long-term return. Every financial move they make is calculated. Whether it's a big investment or a small purchase, they evaluate the future impact. It's about thinking long-term and deferring short-term pleasure. When the average person spends, they think about today. When the wealthy spend, they think about tomorrow. Delayed gratification is their key to success. Every wealthy person knows that building wealth means sacrificing some comforts today for a greater payoff later. They understand the price of true wealth. Nothing worth having comes free. Every decision you make has its cost, whether you realize it or not. You're either building wealth or you're diminishing it. Each choice you make determines whether you get closer to freedom or further into servitude. Wealth isn't about one lucky break. It's about thousands of small decisions, each one leading to a better future. The wealthy are the ones who choose wisely and consistently. They don't choose the easy path. They choose the path that requires effort, discipline, and sacrifice. And that's how they win the game of wealth. You've seen the truth about money. It's not kind, it's not fair, and it certainly isn't neutral. Either you control it or it controls you. Every choice you make, save, invest, borrow, spend, is a wager on your financial future. When you buy a luxury item today, you're sacrificing an investment tomorrow. The wealthy don't indulge. They delay, invest, and accumulate. They don't work for money. They make money work for them. If you want freedom, you need to start commanding your wealth. Every financial decision you make determines whether you are the master or the slave of money. Choose wisely, because the price is higher than you think.